Former NBA champ Chauncey Billups as their next head coach was met with some backlash from the Portland community over rape allegations levied at Billups back in 1997. Now, at the time, the unidentified woman accused Billups and a teammate of sexual assault when he was a rookie with the Celtics. Billups was never charged and settled the case out of court. But today, Billups and the Blazers organization addressed that incident at his introductory press conference.
We not only conducted our traditional background check after offering him the position, we also commissioned an independent investigation into the incident in question in 1997. The findings of that incident corroborated Chauncey's recollection of the events that nothing non-consensual happened.
First, I want to talk about a little bit what Neil talked about, and that's the incident that happened in 1997. You know, there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about how every decision that we make could have a profound impact on a person's life. I learned at a very young age as a player, and not only a player, but a young man, a young adult, that every decision has consequences, and that's led to some really, really healthy but tough conversations that I've had to have with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time in 1997, and my daughters about what actually happened and about what they may have to read about me in the news and in the media. But this experience has shaped my life in so many different ways. My decision making, obviously.
This is the first head coaching job for the five-time All-Star who has been an assistant on Ty Lue's Clippers staff this season. Becky Hammond and Mike D'Antoni were candidates for the job, but it's the 44-year-old Billups who will get his chance to coach this Blazers roster, which currently features Damian Lillard. Here is Chauncey in the relationship.
I have a really good relationship with Dame, and it has nothing to do with this opportunity. My relationship goes some years back with him. I've always just been a big fan of his. We've developed this. Nothing changes now. Nothing changes now. Obviously, me having to coach him, we'll get to know each other a lot more. Me having to hold him accountable to being the great player that he is.
NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski has been covering the Blazers' hire of Chauncey Billups as their next head coach. He joins us now. Woj, we finally heard from Billups, and the president of basketball operations for the Blazers, Neil O'Shea, publicly addressed the allegations from 1997. So with that in mind, how have the Blazers handled this process overall?
Well, Kevin, they spent a considerable amount of time looking into those allegations and that incident from 1997. They had an independent investigator on it. And what they found, in their words, was that their findings corroborated what Chauncey Billups told them, which was that there was consensual sex, that they did not find anything that disqualified him from becoming the head coach of the Blazers.
Okay, let's go on the court. What will this hire mean in making sure Damian Lillard wants to remain in Portland long term?
Well, Kevin, Damian Lillard has been pretty consistent through the years that he wants to be a Blazer for life. He has not indicated to the organization in any way, that he wants a trade. He publicly endorsed Chauncey Billups along with Jason Kidd at the start of this process. And so the Blazers are proceeding right now that they've got to get the team better. They've got to get it better defensively. And as Neil O'Shea said today, ultimately, for Damian Lillard to be happy, he wants to have a championship-level team, and that's what they're trying to do, and that they hope in Portland that the first step to that was the introduction today of Chauncey Billups as their head coach.
Okay, we still have a few head coach openings around the league, so which could be the next one to watch for?
Well, I was told today that Jacques Vaughn, the Brooklyn Nets assistant, withdrew his name from consideration from openings. He had been a candidate in New Orleans and Washington. And I think right now, New Orleans is getting down the line. Washington, Orlando, continue to interview candidates. The New Orleans Pelicans interviewed Charles Lee in the last couple days. He's an assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks. But I think those three jobs are still going to take a little more time, but we're starting to whittle down the list.
I want to just enjoy this moment, enjoy this playoff experience. And, I mean, we're a team with a lot of guys in their first experience here. And to just really enjoy the moment and not put too much pressure on ourselves, and just go out there and have fun and enjoy the game and learn from the game. And I think we did a good job of that. So.
Sherrod.
Yeah, two questions for you. First question, you mentioned that you are going to be getting treatment. Will there be any testing done on the accuracy of disorders?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I'm getting an MRI in the morning too. So.
And my follow-up question is something that Nate had mentioned was about how this is kind of having a rough game. He's not going to just run and talk to you every time you have a learning process that you're going to be going through. How has that been for you, being so young, still learning a lot about the game, and knowing you are in a position of leadership, trying to figure out a lot of this stuff out on the fly? What has that been?
It's definitely beneficial. For me, I don't want to have 2 bad games in a row. I know it's going to happen sometimes in the NBA. You play a lot of games, and you're going to have bad nights and off shooting nights. And I had a terrible game too, and I just didn't want to let my teammates down the way I did in the first or in game 2. So I just wanted to come out here and play hard and play for them and try to bounce back in a better way.
All right, Jelani, go ahead.
We'll start with Jeff Schultz on Zoom.
Trey, I know it all happened really fast, but I'm just curious, when you turned and you stepped on the official's foot, did you not see him, or did you thought you had more room there? I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I didn't see him. I don't know the rule. I don't know if he's supposed to give me at least a step out of bounds, or, I don't know what it is. But, yeah, no, I didn't see him, obviously.
And then you sort of just touched on this too, but how determined were you after the last game to sort of really lead your team this game? Because obviously you came out, I think you hit your first 3 shots and you were all over the place.
Yeah, very determined, but it wasn't enough. So I'm not going to sit here and talk about my game and how well I played or whatever early in the game, because it wasn't enough. So it was definitely a thought of mine to come out and play better, for sure, than game 2. Definitely motivated. I feel like I let my teammates down. So that was the motivation for me as a guard, at least give our team a chance and be better than I was last game.
Yeah, Trey, any injury is frustrating, but is it doubly so more when it's such a freakish kind of thing?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It sucks, but knock on wood, but all my injuries have been because I've stepped on somebody's foot, and it's been a tough thing that I've had to deal with, but I've just got to be more mindful of where people's feet are, and I guess I gotta have eyes behind my head now, watch the out of bounds line for these refs. So it's got to be better, and yeah, it's just a crazy accident.
Did you and Sean Wright have a chance to talk, or did he say anything to you afterwards? Or?
Nah, we ain't talk.
Thank you.
2 more from the Zoom room, and then we'll go back in person. We will go to Mark Bradley and then Brandon Harper. All right, the last one from Zoom will come from Brandon Harper.
Hey, Trey, obviously, Chris Middleton, really showed up finally in this series after having 2 mediocre games. What do you all need to do better in game 4 to kind of corral him